We are often told that trauma leaves you broken, as if it's a permanent injury, and at first, that's exactly what it feels like. But there's a second part to the story that almost nobody talks about. When your life completely falls apart, your brain doesn't just sit in the rubble. It is forced to rebuild. It does a hard reset on how you see the world. Think of a broken bone. When it heals, the bone actually grows back thicker and stronger right at the spot where it snapped. The human mind works exactly the same way. If you've been through something terrible and made it out the other side, you don't just go back to normal. You actually unlock a very specific, incredibly rare type of spiritual intelligence. It's a mix of tough mental armor and deep, quiet calm. If you're wondering if you've hit this stage, here are 10 clear signs your brain didn't just heal, but actually it upgraded. Let's start with sign number 1. Your threat radar has turned into pure intuition. When you are stuck in a bad situation, your brain goes into survival mode. You learn to watch everything. You notice when someone's voice gets just a little bit louder. You notice if their smile looks fake or if their footsteps sound heavy. You do this to stay safe. But here is the interesting part. When you finally get to a safe place in life, that radar doesn't turn off. It just stops running on fear. You can walk into a crowded room and instantly know who to trust and who to avoid. You can spot a liar or a manipulator in about 5 seconds. It's not magic. It's just that your brain has spent years collecting data on human behavior, and now it uses that data to guide you instead of scare you. Sign number 2 is a big one. You completely lose the urge to argue. Most people have fragile egos. If someone disagrees with them, they feel attacked. They will argue for hours in a comment section or ruin a family dinner just to prove a point. But when you have survived a real nightmare, your view on what actually matters completely changes. Arguing with a stranger about politics or someone's opinion of you just feels like a massive waste of time. You reach a point where you are totally fine letting people be wrong about you. If someone misunderstands you, you don't even try to correct them. You just smile and walk away, because your peace of mind is worth way more than winning a pointless debate. Sign number 3 is learning how to be a good friend without ruining your own day. There is a popular idea out there that being a good, empathetic person means you have to feel everyone else's pain. If your friend is crying, you should be crying. If they are panicking, you should be panicking. But people who have truly healed know this is a trap. The real upgrade happens when you can sit with a friend who is having a total meltdown, listen to them, support them, and then go home and sleep perfectly fine. You realize that you can't save a drowning person if you jump in the water and let them pull you under. You learn to stand safely on the shore and throw them a rope instead. Sign 4 is seeing insults for what they really are. When someone is angry or hurting, they tend to lash out. They might insult your job, your looks, or your choices. Usually, our first instinct is to get mad right back. But once you've done the hard work of healing your own mind, you start to see right through people. When someone insults you, you instantly realize it has absolutely nothing to do with you. If someone calls you lazy, you realize they are probably burnt out and angry at their own life. You see their insult as a confession of their own hidden insecurities. It's like seeing the man behind the curtain in The Wizard of Oz. Once you see it, you can't unsee it, and you stop taking their words personally. Sign number 5 is a total allergy to fake conversations. Going through something heavy strips away all the fake, polite padding of daily life. When you've dealt with real grief or survived rock bottom, complaining about the weather or gossiping about a neighbor just feels ridiculous. You will find yourself quietly slipping out of friend groups that only care about surface level stuff. You don't hate them for it, but you just can't pretend to care. You only want to talk about real things. You want to talk about human nature, massive ideas, and the truth of what it means to be alive. If a conversation isn't real, you would rather just sit in silence. Sign 6 is making peace with the fact that nothing lasts forever. Most of the stress we feel comes from trying to freeze time. We try to force our relationships to stay exactly the same. We panic about getting older. We desperately grip onto our jobs because we are terrified of change. Surviving a trauma proves to you that you can't control everything. The bad thing happened, and you couldn't stop it. But instead of letting that fact terrify you, it actually sets you free. You finally accept that everything in life is temporary. Jobs end. People change. You change. Instead of trying to fight the current and keep everything exactly the same, you learn to just float. You enjoy the good moments way more because you know they won't last forever. Sign 7 is realizing the world isn't just good guys and bad guys. When we are hurt, we like to make things simple. We say, that person is a monster, or that situation was a total failure. It's black and white. But real intelligence is living in the gray area. You learn to hold two completely different ideas in your head at the same time. You can look back at someone who hurt you and say, what they did was awful, but I also see that they were acting out of their own unhealed pain. You can feel deeply sad about a memory, while also feeling incredibly lucky for where you are today. You stop forcing the world to be simple, and you accept that human beings are messy and complicated. Sign 8 is looking at the unknown and feeling absolutely nothing to be afraid of. For a long time, the future was a scary place. You probably spent years trying to plan out every single detail of your day just to make sure nothing bad could sneak up on you. But eventually, a light bulb goes off. You realize that the absolute worst-case scenario already happened to you. And look, you are still here. You survived it. Once your brain truly believes that, the future stops looking like a threat. You stop needing to control everything because you have a quiet, rock-solid trust in yourself. You know that whatever life throws at you next, you will handle it. Sign number 9 is falling in love with boring days. Right after a crisis, people often chase crazy highs. They travel the world, they make wild career changes, or they jump into intense relationships. They want to feel alive, or they want to outrun the quiet. But true healing is incredibly quiet. One day, you wake up and you don't need a massive adventure to feel good. You find yourself sitting on the porch, drinking a normal cup of coffee, listening to the birds, and feeling a massive wave of happiness. You realize that a boring, peaceful day is the ultimate prize. You don't need chaos to feel alive anymore. You just need peace. Finally, sign number 10. This is the biggest one. You learn to just watch your brain work. For your entire life, you probably thought you were your thoughts. If your brain said, I'm anxious, you became anxiety. If a bad memory popped up, you lived inside that memory for the rest of the day. But the ultimate upgrade is realizing you are not your thoughts. You are just the person listening to them. When a dark thought or a wave of fear pops into your head now, you don't fight it. Fighting it just gives it power. Instead, you just watch it. You say, oh, there's an anxious thought, and you let it float right past you like a car driving down the street. You don't chase the car, you just let it go. None of this means what happened to you was a good thing. It wasn't. You shouldn't have had to go through it. But the fact that you did, and the fact that your brain built this incredible new operating system out of the wreckage, is proof of exactly how strong you are. You didn't ask for the fire, but you absolutely control what you build from the ashes. If this hits home for you, drop a like and subscribe. I'm going to keep breaking down how the human mind actually works, step by step. See you in the next video.